It is happening. If you are a Chargers fan, man, you've got the weapons that you were hoping to get this offseason. You've got them, and they're coming out and showing what they've got in OTAs. If you're new to the channel, we're Detroit Lions fans, but this channel fully dedicated to the Chargers. We're Jim Harbaugh fans, and then we started this channel, and now we've given you an outsider's look into your team. And you needed weapons. That's what you were looking for. You needed to improve the offensive line a little bit for sure, but also just need to get some weapons. And the one guy that you get that everyone's kind of most hyped about is Trey Harris. And the articles are just, he's turning heads in OTAs. This one is already impressed. Early connection, Justin Herbert, Chargers, OTA observations. Trey Harris shows up a couple of times, right? So multiple articles, and we'll get into that in just a little bit. But the point is that as you continue to see him be the guy that you were hoping you would find, because you knew Ladd McConkey, you improved running back dramatically. I think that's going to be the biggest area. Is you didn't want to admit it last year, but you just had two old, aging running backs. Like, you knew it. We all knew it. But you're like, man, I don't know, resurgence. This could be the year that they kind of come back a little bit. And they both were, yeah, okay. And so now you've got two really good running backs, Ladd McConkey, Trey Harris. You've got a tight end that's just a pass-catching machine now. You've got blocking tight ends. You did improve the offensive line with Mekhi Becton, a really strategic move where you didn't overhaul the whole offensive line, but you got that one guy there. So just like that, the offense is so much better. And then again, don't forget, because we could talk about this every video, and it could be the most important thing every video, is that you have Justin Herbert. Duh. And we looked at these PFF rankings, or just, again, PFF, take it for what it is. But the whole point was there's about 5 elite quarterbacks in the league that it doesn't almost matter what's around them. They're going to win. They're going to be in the mix. And then outside of that, there's about 10 others that you can win. Probably need some help, but still they're going to win. And then the rest of the 15 quarterbacks in the league, it doesn't almost matter what you have around them, good, bad, or otherwise, they're just not going to get you there. So point is, you have one of the 5. Combine that with now talent on top of it. Because again, last year proved Justin Herbert is the man. He was able to take you to the playoffs with a rookie wide receiver, no running backs, and an okay offensive line. So what will he do with a good offensive line, running backs, and now weapons as well? So Trey Harris showed up in the first period. He ran a smooth route on the right side, caught a pass from Herbert. Later, down the right-hand side, catches a deep ball from Heineke. It was a high-tempo practice. Harris has the ability to catch in contested catch situations. We will have to wait and see training camp when it comes to fully life. So they're just not hitting, not really touching each other. So it's kind of is to the offense's advantage, but still love to see that. So Trey Harris is, let's just look at this right here. A little out route, little simple out route. Boom. Man, he's a good player, and dude, this is crazy. So here is this stat here. It's kind of an eye chart, but here's what you got is this is yards per route run. So what this is saying is just, are you just catching short passes constantly, or are you actually running routes? You getting out there, you're running some stuff, and you're getting open, and you're not just getting like dump off passes or short route. You're actually getting out there. And Trey Harris, far and away the best here in 2024. He's not catching things behind the line of scrimmage. He's not catching little screen passes. This guy's going out in legit routes and running things. And that just tells you this is a legit receiver doing his thing. Love this guy. I mean, he is the real deal, for real. So you take that over now based on what we said, and we said, okay, now if the defense remains generally the same, because I'm almost expecting a step down from the defense just because they were so good last year, just like randomly, really, because you had a new defensive coordinator. It's not like you had a bunch of stars out there. You do have a couple really good players, but you had some, rookie defensive backs, and you were number one in scoring defense. You just didn't let people score on you, and it's a product of Jim Harbaugh. It's the whole thing. We could talk about it, but the whole point is you don't even need to be that good this year. I would be top 10 in scoring defense, right? Be 9, and you'll be just fine because you have an offense. So let's just say that the defense is generally good. Again, no reason to believe they wouldn't be, but you add the offensive weapons. Now you take that over to the schedule, and this is where it starts to be like, okay, seriously, it's the NFL, but we have noticed in the last 5 years that it used to be everybody you never knew, right? Because, for example, the Lions were the bad team in the NFL, but they were a tough out, and they always lost, but it was right to the end. And man, that was the bad team in the NFL. Now there are legitimate bad teams. They're just bad. And you never used to really have that. So again, what I'm saying on this is you can go through the schedule pretty level-headedly. Like it's easy to be like, let's just go through it pretty quickly here, but level-headedly, especially from an outsider's perspective, and you could be like, I just see 12 wins. Like, what the heck? So Kansas City, Vegas, Denver. So this is going to be an interesting, right out of the gates, divisional opponents, 2 at home, 1 on the road, prime time, weird, Friday night, travel. Like, there's some weird stuff going on here. Then that 4th game is all the way over to the East Coast, then back for Washington, then back over to the East Coast for Miami. So these first 6 games, they're pretty weird. I mean, it's all kind of, so a lot can happen. You could go 3-3 here. I mean, really, and just be like, well, it's a lot of different things going on. So let's just do that again for simplicity, 3-3. But then here is this stretch of 5 games that we keep looking at to say, this is where you go. You go 3-3, and then you win 4 or 5 of these games right here, and now you have 7-8. You got about 8 wins, 8-3, call it, and you go into the bye week, and then you come out of this bye with some real challenging, real opponents that it's like, all right, if we are the team that we think we are and that we should be, then let's go. Like, Philly's got to play us. Kansas City's got to play us. So you look at it, 8 wins, and let's say you go 3-3 right here. Now that puts you at 11 wins. I mean, that's a playoff team that's fighting for the division all day long. So this schedule's not easy because of the weirdness up here. But it's like, I'm not worried about going to Miami. Are you kidding me? New York. Now they're on the road and you got the long travel, but I just don't think the travel thing is what it is anymore. It's not a thing. Like, these dudes are just, I think we make such a big deal about going out east or a team going out west. It's like, yep, there's a time change, but they factor for that. They've got team doctors. They've got psychologists. That's like, all right, if the game's at this time, we need to leave at this time. And it's not like when we fly. That's exhausting. When us normal humans fly, we go to the airport, we wait. It's amazing that we can even fly. I mean, really, like, the modern flying travel is amazing, but it still just takes it out of you. It's a whole day. No matter where you're going. Anyway, these dudes just get out of their car. Everything's packed for them. They just hop on the plane. Food's there. Plane takes off, lands. You hop off right onto the bus, into the hotel. Right, we're waiting for a shuttle. We're waiting. We're checking our apps, phones, getting our luggage, security. It's just like, no, that's fine. They're okay. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We'll see all of you on the next one.